Morning, everybody. It is 24th of Feb. It's been, despite a lot of corporate earnings, it's been a pretty quiet week again, especially on the FTSE index. We've not moved really for 2 weeks now. It's been very, very tight range. It's down a bit this morning at the moment, but unless it breaks 72.50, I'd still say it's a moderate buy in my estimation at the moment, but I'd like to see a bit more headway made sooner rather than later if we're going to push on a little bit. If not, it's going to pull back, and not that that'd be a bad thing. I think it's absolutely necessary, really, for stock indexes here in the US. It'd be healthy to have a good pullback. After all, markets are meant to be two-sided things, and at the moment, especially in America as well, it's been very, very one-sided trading, and that sort of thing leads to big swings later in the day. It's not healthy to just move up in a straight line. So we'll see what happens. Either way, if there's a bit more upside, not a problem, but I'd like to see a good, healthy pullback at least. Back down to the sort of 7,000, 6,900 level here in London at least. I think that's really necessary. It'd be healthy, and then we could go again. So we'll see what next week brings. The key levels 72.50 on the downside, and sort of 73.15ish on the upside. So anyway, at some point it will break. We'll have to wait and see which way that is. Obviously, there's a lot of geopolitical events coming up. There may always be problems with Trump and the sort of political situations, trade problems he may create. So there's going to be a few headwinds coming up. So we'll see what that brings. I just wanted to have a quick look at the UK banks. RBS reported this morning, which was not good again. So they're now nine consecutive years making a loss. They reported a 7 billion annual loss this morning. Huge amounts having to be set aside for conduct problems, fines, US fines, and all sorts of things going on with the RBS. So, I mean, it's a real. I'm not going to touch that stock. I mean, it's a real. It just doesn't seem to want to turn around like in comparison to how Lloyds and Barclays have gone on. So yeah, not good news for RBS. Goodness knows when it'll be when they turn it around. It's a long road back. Obviously they're still majority government owned as well. So not good. But overall, for the UK and obviously in the US, I think the banking sector in the sort of shorter to medium term is looking okay. Obviously, Lloyds has had a good run. HSBC has come off a bit, but I think the money in the UK banking sector will go more into Lloyds and Barclays comparatively to banks like RBS. So I just wanted to have a quick look at Barclays. It's one I am thinking of trading pretty soon. We'll see what happens at the start of next week. This £2.40 level here is big. It's a very key level going back long way. I mean, if you really zoom out, we can go back 20 years or whatever here. And this level here, it really is a crucial level. If you look over here, this is around the 2010 to 2011, even far back as 2009. Really key support at the £2.40 level. Is resistance here. It becomes support again in 2013 into 2014. Resistance, support, back down again. And it's tried a couple of times to get back through this in the last few weeks. So Barclays yesterday, profits tripled, which was great. Litigation costs have come down. The only sort of other problem is people would like to see a higher dividend. It got cut a couple of years, well, in 2015, and it's not been sort of reinstated as to what the market would like to see. And they came out with some comments yesterday after initially, I mean, it had a big swing yesterday, Barclays. Obviously, the results were very good in terms of profitability, in terms of falling litigation costs and operating costs. But then they did say that they're going to struggle. They can't give a time frame or any indication at the moment as to when they will increase what they're giving back to shareholders. And then it had a sort of a big turnaround and actually finished down in the end. So it's quite a topsy-turvy day yesterday. But we've had this good sort of run. It's consolidating between 220, 240. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks above the £2.40 level. If it does, I think there'll be some decent upside for Barclays. So I'm going to see how it starts next week. I'm probably going to buy some calls on this one, similar to the Lloyd's sort of trade I'm doing at the moment, because the UK banks seem to be trending, and they once they get going, they're moving fairly fast. So I think that's going to be the angle I take on this one. So that's the UK banks. I think there's going to be some good trading opportunities. Obviously, if anybody's doing the Lloyd's trade with me, that's going pretty well at the moment, and we'll see what next week brings.